Why when them no believe in me, me believe in me forever. Me a fear as a mustard seed, me believe.
You good?
I'm good, thank you.
Alright, how's life treating you?
Life is okay. Like, it's a sunny day. Well, it was a sunny day, but the sun's kind of hiding now. When the sun's out, how can you not be happy?
Truly. Alright, you ready to jump into this, yeah? I know your time's precious.
I'm ready. Jump.
Alright, let's get into it. So, can you just tell the people how you got your name and what is it exactly you do?
How did I get my name? Okay, so my name's Jodie Ann, actually. And basically I'm a curve model. So how I got my name is just that I wanted to create new social media, and I already had Instagram accounts and Facebook accounts, but I didn't have one that was specific to like my modeling career at the start, and I just wanted something that was unique, and so I chose Curvaceous because I'm curvaceous. So that's how I got the name.
Just, alright. So what does being a plus size model mean to you, Jodie?
Being a plus size model to me is about inclusion, it's about representation, it's about confidence, and it's about being comfortable in who you are. And so for me, I try to bring that, and I also try to support others that are bringing that, and hopefully somewhere along the line we can try to influence the next generation.
Excellent. And how long have you been plus size modeling? How long have you been modeling for?
So I've been modeling coming up to 2 years now, so I'm still pretty new in the industry. I started off doing pageants, and my first pageant was last year. I did Miss British Beauty Curve. I really wanted to get into the pageant world. I loved seeing the women on there who were plus size, who were confident, and they were just slaying, and I wanted to be like them. So I did it, and then I'm doing it again this year, and I'm still competing. So I'm currently Miss London Curve 2019, and my finals are in August, so I'm literally just prepping for the finals now.
So what are you saying? You're holding the title right now, yeah?
Well, I want to be holding the crown at the end of it, but we'll see how that works out.
All right. So, Jodie, how easy or how hard was it to become a plus size model?
Actually, it was easy and hard. It was easy in the sense that opportunities presented themselves to me once I actively went out to find them, but it was hard in the sense of self-development and like literally just living in your confidence, because I always say this actually, but people think that confidence is static, like it just, once you have it, you have it.
Yeah.
But it actually isn't static, and really what it is that you have to constantly keep on working at it. And so that part of it was hard, because it's like the battle that is inside you, and you've got to obviously constantly keep on fighting, but you're fighting against yourself. You understand? So it's difficult, because like those moments where you don't feel like you have what you need to carry on, you've got to actually go inside you and say, I've got it somewhere and I've got to find it. So that bit is hard, because it's about self-development, and that's something that no one can teach you. You literally have to learn it and master it on your own.
Excellent. All right, next question is, what size does a female have to be, or a male? What size does a person have to be to become a plus size model? What size does it start from, and what size does it go up to?
That question is the bell to say no, ding dong. Plus size, I think in the industry, a lot, it depends, it's fluid. For example, a lot of designers, people who make clothes, do you want us to wait until this?
No, go for it, man, it's alright.
People who make clothes, people who like work in the industry actively, they will say plus size for women is like a size 14 up. But a lot of the times, if you see someone who is an average size 14, they may not look plus size, because basically the sizing, like the standards for the sizing, I think that they're wrong and they're outdated anyways.
Okay.
And I think that plus size shouldn't be an afterthought, as in, oh, this is what happens after you finish the normal bit, because that's what it kind of turns out to be. But literally, a designer could look at you and they could make clothes for someone who is stick thin, and they'll say this is a size 6 or a size 7. But what you'll find if you go to different designers and different brands, if you go to H&M versus Aldo, wherever, whatever, the sizing will be different. Do you know what I'm saying? The measurements are different. So it really depends. But I think it's a size 14 up for women, and I'm not sure what it is for men.
Okay, excellent. Who would you say is your favorite plus size model and why?
Oh my God, that's a hard question. I have so many women that inspire me in the plus size industry.
All right, give me your top 3 then.
Okay. Right, top 3. I'll definitely say Nicole Moses. Nicole Moses is one of my top 3 because she is actively the person who inspired me to get into pageantry. I was hosting an event, it was a couple of years ago, for Women's International Week, and she was one of the guests that came to speak at the event that I was hosting. And when I saw her, like literally in her plus size glory, because at the time she was Miss London Curve and she was in the competition, I was like, whoa, so you know what, I can do it too. So Nicole Moses is definitely one of my favorites. Tiffany, oh my gosh, I can't remember her surname now. That's horrible. Tiffany is so amazing, like literally she's just the most warm person that you'll ever meet and speak to, and she's got so much sass and just, she's so fabulous, and she slays, and she doesn't care if you think that she's slaying or not. I'm gonna remember her surname afterwards. And then I'm gonna have to say Carrie, because you know Carrie.
Yes, cool.
Carrie Cav Model, because obviously she is another one of those people that I've always had to support me in my own journey. And literally, I do sometimes feel that if I hadn't met her, I would have had a completely different journey. So I'm really pleased for that.
All right, big up to all the ladies that you mentioned. All right, next question is, in the plus size model industry, is there a lot of support, or is there a lot of jealousy? How is it in that realm?
I suppose there's always going to be jealousy in any realm. Personally, I haven't seen it yet, and I've been in the industry for just under 2 years, as I said earlier. What I have seen is a lot of women that have been extremely supportive towards me and towards my cause. Even women that I haven't met personally. I have a lot of people that I know online, but I haven't met them in real life, and they're very supportive. Sometimes they're even more supportive than my own friends. I don't ever put a post up that they don't like or comment on, like, you know, give me positive energy. So I've met a lot of positivity. I have met negativity as well, but the negativity that I've met is not even worth mentioning. I can't even give it any power.
How important is plus size modeling, and what's the ups and downs of being a plus size model?
Plus size modeling, how important is it? I'll answer that one first. It's important because people who are plus size are real people. They're normal people. Like I said, it shouldn't be that it becomes an afterthought, like after the normal sizes, then we have these people over here. I think that plus size modeling should be the norm, because there's plus size people in the world that are just normally going about their lives, getting their shopping, having their children, living their family dreams. Like, it's just normal. I think it's important for plus size women in the world to feel represented in the media, in the catwalk, when they go to their favourite shops on the high street. They should be able to not feel like it's a task to go and get, like, you know, nice clothes, not just frumpy cloth like that they put on the mannequins, you know what I mean? Like, there should be plus size designers who only design plus size clothes. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
100.
Women and men should be able to feel comfortable in what they wear, and there should be people that are making the kind of things that make them feel comfortable in what they wear.
That's right.
So for me, plus size modeling is so important because we are kind of like the pioneers. Like, we are trailblazing the trend because it is a trend at the moment.
That's right.
We're pushing it forward because we understand what it's like and we want to make a change. We don't just want to be like complaining that there isn't enough faces out there. We're actively out there making a change. We're activists in this sense. Like, you know, this is a revolution and it's going to be televised and it's going to be on the radios. It's going to be all over the media.
Trust me.
What was the second question?
Ups and downs. Ups and downs.
Ups and downs. I think for me, one of the main like downs that I've had so far is that literally everything that I've done to this point has been self-funded, and I'm only just getting to a place because I don't have an agent, so I'm literally just like, you know, freestyle. And I feel like it's hard for you to keep motivated to continue doing what you're doing if you just can't afford it.
True.
So that's one of the downs that I've found. Like in the UK, the plus size industry is not so banging that there's lots of money to go around.
Yeah.
So I find that that's one of the things that could potentially like put me off things. Because obviously you've got your normal life as well, and you've got your bills and you've got all that kind of stuff. I think if we had more money in the industry, then it would be really popping. But at the moment, we're obviously trailblazing, so we got to do what we got to do until we can get what we have.
You got to set the trend. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years from now, Jodie?
Ooh, I used to hate these questions. I don't hate them anymore. 5 years from now, I see myself doing big things. I feel like in the last 2 years, so much has changed for me, like in my personal life, as well as in like my modelling life. But I'm literally starting to see the results of a lot of hard work that I've put in terms of self-growth, in terms of just like making connections with people, in terms of the amount of opportunities that find me. Like literally people seek me out now, whereas before I sort everything out. Like, you know, I was on the gram every day, like just looking for stuff that could potentially work out into an opportunity for me, whereas now people are inboxing me like, oh, there's something happening here, do you want to do this? I'm like, what? Yeah. So in 5 years time, I feel like I'm going to be a lot more established as a model, not just a plus size model, but just like a model in general. I'm still going to be bigging up my plus size ladies, and I feel like in 5 years time I want to do like my own project, and I want to do something that I can see from baby steps to actually see it to fruition, and something around women, confidence building, getting over trauma, something along those lines. Not figured it out yet, but you know, I'm speaking it out there into the universe.
Trust me. All right, what has been your best project so far that you've worked on as a plus size model?
Yeah, I feel like, wow, this is hard because like literally as a plus size model, everything's a project. Do you know what I mean? Like literally everything's a project. And the people who actually approach me, they're doing things because they want to make a difference, not just in a vain way like, you know, angles or face or whatever. It's literally for a purpose. I think Curve Army is one of the best projects I've worked on because like literally we're just girls from all different walks of life, and we all have our individual challenges, and we come together and we like boss it. And that for me is just representative of everything that I want for my life. I want to be able to like bypass all my struggles and just still boss it. Do you know what I mean? And so for me, like the Curve Army project, we're still in the swing of it. We're still like putting ourselves out there, but I expect to see big things from us as well. So trust me, like that for me is one of the best projects. When I have my own baby project, then we'll see. But for now, I think Curve Army definitely takes it.
Excellent. What advice can you give to any up-and-coming plus size models?
I would say to any up-and-coming plus size models, if they're thinking about getting into it but they're not sure, if they're being their own worst enemy as we sometimes are, I would say just do it, because at the end of the day you're never going to know how it's going to turn out if you don't do it. And I think that I spent so much time like in my head knowing that I had something to share with the world, but just not having enough confidence or enough belief in myself to actually pursue that. And when I became a plus size model, more than anything else, what I learned was belief in myself, and just knowing that you can set goals and that you can achieve them, and that you can literally smash it out of the park. But you just don't believe that you can. And a lot of the times, you know, people believe that you can do these things. They know you. They can see a part of you that you can't even see. And people always be telling me, you've got so much potential, like your smile lightens the room, like just stuff. And I'm just like, oh, thank you, that's cute. But not really understanding what it means, like in the grand scheme of things. Just showing me that obviously I've got the potential. So as long as I'm able to unlock it, I can achieve great things. If there are people out there today that want to find out what their potential is, they just have to do it, and then they'll find out that way.
Okay, last few questions now, Jodie. Where can the fans find you?
The fans can find me on the gram. Instagram is like my favorite platform at the moment because it's just so much easier to navigate. My Instagram account is @Jodicurvaceous. I'll spell that for you. It's CURVACEOUS, and it's just Jodie, JODI. So @Jodicurvaceous.
Yes.
I'm the same on Facebook as well, even though my Facebook is kind of like my personal page, but I do have like a business page on Facebook, but it's still new and I don't really use it. So Instagram is probably the best format to get in touch.
All right. How are you feeling right now, this time, as a lady, as a woman of the world, as an influencer? How are you feeling right now?
Right now I feel good. Like the sun is actually shining on my skin. I feel good. I feel really positive, and I feel like I've got so much to come in my future, and I'm feeling pumped about that.
Excellent. And the last question is there any shout outs or big ups you want to shout out anybody?
Big up everybody, don't know. No, I mean, like, yeah, big up everyone, like literally my family, my friends, like all the people that stick by me. I want to send a massive shout out to my son. He's my inspiration, he's my motivation for everything. He's about to be 11 in like 3 days. And literally he's the reason why I live. So I need to give him props as well, because he's been very supportive of me on the journey, and sometimes it means that I can't always see him as much as I want to because I work full time, and I have to literally steal moments when I'm not at work to do my modelling stuff, which is a whole other career basically. And our relationship as a result sometimes kind of perishes from that, but obviously finding a good balance is what my goal is, and I just want him to know that everything I do is for him and that I love him. So shout out to my son and just everybody who knows me and has always been supportive to me. Big up everybody on my Facebook, on my Instagram, all my fans. No, I'm joking, but for real, thank you guys for the love.
All right, I want to say big up to you as well. You've got a positive vibe. You seem like a strong lady right now, trying to make a lot of moves, and I know the universe is going to open up and give you lots of opportunity.
I receive it.
So thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you for the knowledge that you bestowed on me and also the general public, and we'll be seeing much more of you. Yeah?
Yes, I sure do hope so.
All right. Bless up to you, yeah?
Thank you.
And beyond the stars.